What's going on? It's your man DJ Big Mike.
It's your boy T Daddy Fat Sack.
And this is Beyond the Tracks Podcast, your podcaster's favorite podcast. I have a super duper special guest in the building this evening. It's comedian extraordinaire. Y'all may remember him from Funny Fridays at Amaya's. He doing the damn thing. We got Big Dooley in the house. What up, Big Dooley?
What up, though? Oh, wait, that.
I should have hit
it's all
the,
good.
I should have hit the
It's
horns
in my
for him.
head. It's in my head.
Okay.
Instant.
Here we do it.
Instantly.
We you ready? We got to give it to him. You
Yeah,
ready?
yeah.
1, 2, 3. Wah 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 wah.
Oh fuck! I was in a golf club. Is that? You know what, dude? Fuck it. It's good enough. I did it. You did it.
It happens.
Fuck it. That's
Keep
how we
it
do.
moving. What up,
You
though?
know, comedians bomb sometimes. You feel me?
They do. Shit, I bomb.
Yeah.
More than once. I'm never ashamed to say that.
Okay.
Never
That's it.
ashamed to say that. I bomb my ass off. More than once.
How long have Okay, wait. What made you want to be a comedian?
It all started on the dare. You know, I started on I was the lunchtime guy, right on the break guy, the break time guy. I was just not necessarily roasting cats, just cracking a joke out of everything we see, right? It
Yep.
was better than motherfuckers going at each other, right?
Right.
He's either arguing or laughing, right?
Okay.
So
Yep.
I'd rather keep y'all laughing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
As opposed to, arguing and shit. So everybody just kind of got to, yo, you so funny, why don't you do that shit on stage? I was like, I will do it on stage, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You kind of turned into a dare type
Oh,
shit.
you won't. I'll watch me, motherfucker.
I was
watch.
like, y'all don't know who you fucking with, right? Because I'm the type of guy, right?
You
Once
just-
you
you
done
just jump
challenge
on.
me, it's a wrap, right? It took me a minute. It took me about a month. Signed up for the open mic thing, and that was like 12 years ago. Been doing it ever since.
Really?
So
Are you a full-time comedian now?
No, I ain't never been full time. I keep a full time job at all times, a full time comedian schedule, a full time hustler schedule.
Oh yeah.
But no, I know. I started, like I said, I started 12 years ago, so I started in my mid-30s, fam. So I was well into my 401k by the time I started.
Yeah, you were
college.
ready. Yeah.
So it ain't no just turning back from that. And
that retirement sounds real nice.
it
Still,
do because I'm married, right? I got 2 kids, right? And my wife been at her job for a
Family
lot
gotta
longer
eat, yup.
than me. So her 401k is a lot bigger than mine. So I got catching up to do. So there was never quit my day job. I had a rule, right?
Hey,
my
man,
personal
he did
rule is if I can make what I make in comedy, what I make at my day job, then I can quit.
Facts.
But until I equal that amount, and I don't flip burgers, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's gonna be hard.
So-
but that I'm gonna have to make it before I
Yeah.
ever quit my job.
Right.
And
Right
COVID
now,
taught me that was the right move.
Yeah,
That's
right now
huge.
my thing is every $400 I make, that's a day off nursing I can take.
Yeah.
And that's just how I look at it. Because
That's what's up.
I feel
That's a
like
real
that's
attitude.
what I make. So every 4, and I DJ. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I DJ
yeah.
on the side. I do whatever. I got bath and body products. My wife do the pop-up stuff, and she do candles and all that. So it's like, yeah, the hustle is real. You know what I mean? Like you got to keep hustling, keep grinding. Something
I don't know what
might
one
pop
income.
off.
What is one income,
Bro.
right?
There's no such thing. If you had one income, you would be outside.
That you feel me, right?
In today's day and age, would
you
be
have
outside.
to. You have
Yeah.
to, right? You cannot literally survive off one income.
Right.
Everybody in my house got at least
And
6
then-
jobs. That's
and
just the
then-
way we roll.
In today's day and age, I don't care if you're making 120 grand a year.
It's not what
I
it's
know
not
your
what it
wife
used to
can't
be.
stay home watching them baby ass kids.
Not
all
in that
day.
house, right?
Yeah.
Not driving that car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing the math in my head, like right, and that car
I'm
came
doing some
in
shit
and the
wrong,
interest
bro.
in it. Nah, y'all
I'm doing some
struggling
shit
worse
wrong.
than me, right?
I make about 60 grand a year, and my wife stay home.
See,
Word?
Yeah.
see,
Got
I can relate to you by the dare thing. I became a drag queen
Okay,
on a dare.
that's what's up.
You won't do it. My sister's really good at makeup. She can cover up skin or face tattoos.
Okay.
So she did, like I believe that I can be a good bit, like a big bitch. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And
Like you
yeah,
felt that in your heart.
yeah, and
that you can be a big.
And yeah,
I didn't know how it happened. I didn't know, right? Okay, but go ahead.
I wanted to be a big bitch.
You wanted to be. Secretly, it was in you.
Well, honestly, it was. I got in a motorcycle accident.
Okay.
I spent 2 years in a nursing home.
Oh, wow.
I was laid up in a motherfucking moo-moo for 2 years.
Wow. Okay.
You know those hospital gowns?
Got you. Yeah.
You telling me all I gotta do is wake up and put a motherfucking t-shirt on that's really long and I'm dressed?
Got you.
So like I started wearing moo-moos outside of the hospital because they were just
You can think of a lot of shit in 2 years.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Let's just put that on the table right now.
Motherfuckers were like, oh my God, you don't care what anybody thinks about you. And I'm just like, I just don't care. It doesn't matter what you think as much as my comfortability and me being comfortable. Right. You know, I almost died. Fuck what you think. So that's how I became a drag queen. I did pretty good, and it's pretty fun.
You know what I call that? Freedom.
Yeah. That's what it is.
When you get to a space when you just don't give a fuck what people think, right? Accept me as I am or not at all. I mean, that was the whole fucking point of me starting Husky Life, right? I mean, that's what I built this shit on, right? That's how I branded this shit on.
See, and that's
what's up, man.
That's what happens.
Or one man, or old man. Still, man. I don't know. I don't know. We in the era where I should have asked you your pronouns.
What's your
before
pronouns?
We started, right? What's your pronouns? Right, bro? Is bro still say? Okay,
just call me that motherfucker.
Okay, that motherfucker. All right, that bad bitch.
AKA T Daddy Fat Sacks.
T Daddy Fat.
T Daddy Fat fuck if you're nasty.
Okay. I don't know if I'm quite that nasty.
Just fat piece of shit if you're my wife.
Yeah, T Deezy. We gonna roll with T Deezy because it just gets all nasty after that.
For sure.
But that's what's up.
And everybody has told me I should go on the stage. I've hosted a comedy show. I know for a fact I'm the funniest guy in the parking lot.
Right.
You were saying in the lunchroom. I know for a fact I'll smoke. I'll go any party, smoke anybody there. I can roast anybody. I can make jokes. I can roast myself.
Right.
Like I can have a 45-minute sketch, but it has to be in a group conversation.
Okay, I understand that.
Like
so
like
that.
Mine would be more crowd work, but I would have to get everybody involved when they're trying to pay for a show. So,
I feel you. That's a piece of comedy, though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Yeah. That's a piece of comedy. So many comedians try and get up there and do 45 minutes off that piece, right? And that piece that you're talking about right there, that's cool.
But that's not consistent.
That's not a 45-minute show, though, right? 10, 15 minutes.
I was going to ask you that.
You can't really put a time limit on it, right? Because when you're rocking, you're rocking, right? And shit just happens. But you can never go in, right? Well, I don't know. I've been doing this shit a long time, and I got trained by old school comics. You know what I'm saying? So I learned, when I say shit, it's from the old way. It's the way I learned from, I started hosting shows with comedian Kool-Aid, right? Rest in peace.
Oh, Kool-Aid, yeah.
Right, I modeled all my shit after him, right? I was trying to do everything that he was doing, so I followed his rules. And
I was going to ask you.
You can do crowd work, that's good, but you always got to go. If I got a 45-minute set, you got to have 45 minutes of material, not 45 minutes of crowd work, not 30 minutes of material. Yeah. No, you got to have 45 minutes of material and crowd work
is just in between. Yeah,
I got to cut back on my material, right? When I do my crowd work, I mean, depending on what kind of place you're at the time. Most places, you got to respect the light, and you might have somebody after you. So sometimes you can go over, but I'm not always last and still doing 45 minutes. So if you got somebody after you, you don't want to kill it at all, right? That extra 5 minutes could tell, right? Be that last bit, right? It was too much, right? I killed, but I took that air out, right? So now he couldn't pick up on it.
Or I've seen comedians that are killing it for 30 minutes. And then all of a sudden their last 15 minutes, they lose everybody. And that's what people remember. You know what I'm saying?
It is. That is true.
Like it's almost better to start off slow, I think, sometimes, and then build to
because that all goes into writing though, right? And that goes into experience, right? Now when I started writing my sets, right, it really comes through trial and error, right? You just gotta get out there and do it.
And
in front of real people though, not just open mics, in front of real people.
Yeah.
And see what works, and you learn where to put that in your set. You know what I'm saying? So if that don't
It's a craft, man.
It is. It truly is. And every show is different to where I might do this in the beginning of this show. It might not be to the end of the next show, though. It's all depending on who in front
as
of
a
me.
comedian, you're traveling. You're going to different spots. You can't just write 20 minutes and then say it to row.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many comics actually do that. I'm quite sure you've seen it too.
I know a lot that do that.
Well, I've seen
you ain't gonna make it like that.
I've seen comedians who will do exactly the same jokes, the same timing, the same everything, and if that's the first time you've seen them and they're playing a certain kind of crowd. If they're playing the same crowd, it works. But as soon as Dooley, like I know you came to Monroe, I know you was like, hold on, wait a minute, there is no black people in here.
I just switched it up,
right? But you did an amazing job.
You did your
amazing job.
Not really, right? Not really, right? When I say switch it up, I mean I told a couple jokes that I might not have otherwise told, right? Maybe I use a little different verbiage. You know what I'm saying? That I would have used to relate.
So how long was your set for the Funny Fridays?
I think I did 30 minutes that night.
Okay,
30 minutes that night. Yep.
So you came in your pocket with an hour worth of material.
I mean, yeah, you kind of roll around.
Well, of course, you have all that material you've had
for all the year, right? Yeah. That's always with me, yeah, for sure.
But you were prepared what you were gonna say on that Friday night for over 30 minutes. Well over.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, okay,
always. So what
that takes time of writing and polishing and sharpening your tool. Saying it to essentially blank faces like people you don't even know.
Right. But so that's why when I get to a venue, I'm normally quiet, all right? I speak, I let you know I'm there, and then you might not see me again because I'm somewhere in the corner, right?
I was like, oh, look at this old diva ass ninja.
You might think I'm right. I'm looking at the but I'm probably on my phone like, okay, I'm planning, I'm strategizing, right?
So do you go off of what's hitting from the openers then?
I might take a piece, just a piece.
No,
though, right?
Like
I'm not gonna talk about this because the opener had a good joke about that, right?
Okay.
If the opener had a good joke about that, when I come up, right, to keep that same energy going, right, I might feed off of that for a minute of my opening of my set, but then after that, I'm probably gonna go strictly back into my material, right? It's just a transition. Right,
yeah, it's just to keep it going,
just to keep that same right. Especially the comic before you kill, right? You want to make sure you acknowledge that he just killed, but you about to still see some funny shit here, right? So I acknowledge him, but look what you got next. So
when you hosted,
hosting is completely different for me.
Was roasting a motherfucker or going off of their joke or roasting them.
See, I've never been a roaster though, right? And that's my thing. As a person, right? I told you in the break room, like even in the break room, like it was making people laugh, I was never really roasting.
But you're not. Yeah.
So I've never even brought that on the stage either, right? Like I do make fun of people a little bit, right? But not to the point where anybody's gonna be waiting for me in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like to me, that's too far, right? Like that's not what I do comedy for.
Me, I'm the politest bully you will ever meet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pick on you, but I'm not gonna dog you for something that
if I seen you in the front show, like in the front row, right, of my show, dressed in drag, I'd be like, oh, hold on, who is this bad bitch we got here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna feed off of you and I'm gonna fuck with you a little bit, but I'm never gonna disrespect you.
Yes.
I'm never gonna feel like you less or judge you.
That's
you know what I'm saying, for who you are, right?
So
but I'm gonna talk shit to you though, right? Like I know what you got under there, girl, right? You know what I'm saying? Like
don't worry, it's not that big.
See, but you gotta have we can have that kind of interaction, right? Where I'm joking with you, but again, I'm not disrespecting you or you know anything you stand on or believe in.
You're not going at somebody. You're making.
It's a way to do it, right? It's a way to do it.
I was gonna touch on that as like the way you were speaking is so. There's obviously, in my opinion, and I'm not a comedian. I just go to comedian. I know y'all think I am. I'm funny.
He's not smart.
I'm funny.
Not funny at all, though.
I'm not.
Damn.
No, I'm not.
That's your homie.
But I play some hell of a music for the.
That's what's up. See, yes you do.
But I was thinking, for
everybody gotta have.
But I was
talent.
thinking like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like dealing with hecklers.
Yeah.
Like, do that make you like you gotta roast them? right? Or no? You just kind of
not
move
really.
forward.
It's kind of a way to do that too, though, right? Like I mean, obviously, I've had hecklers.
I mean, I guess if you're a roaster,
I've
you're
had
a
it
roaster.
a couple
If you're not,
times,
you're
right?
not.
But it's a way where you kind of make them feel like, yo, for a minute, you make them part of, oh, you just gonna stand up right in the middle of my set. Oh, you feel like you can be fired, right? Right. So I make you a part of the show for a minute, but then I move on very quickly.
Okay.
Right. So once I turn my back to you, right, what people do is they interact with hecklers too long, right? They let
I seen that.
Right.
Yeah.
You can have
It'll ruin
one
the show.
funny exchange, right? And once I get that one quick laugh from it, boom, I quickly turn my back, I move on. They may even still be talking, right? And I'd have moved on to the next thing, or I'd have moved on to the next person. So you shut that down because it will.
Yeah.
And that's all they'll remember, right? No matter what the hell else you told
Yeah.
for that 30, 45 minutes, that's all they gonna remember, right? Is what you had with that heckler. So, but it's the energy that you bring when you up there. You feel me? I try not to bring that negative energy in.
I
don't get too
seen
many
comedians start fucking with a heckler and then get so intrigued with that heckler that they literally, you can tell they've thrown everything out the window.
See?
And it's like we had one comedian
They
actually
abandoned ship.
at First Fridays, and my man was doing okay. I mean, he wasn't
Yeah.
hitting, but then he started fucking with this front table.
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
And they were 20 deep. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, see?
So he
See?
started fucking with one dude, and then another dude, and then by the time he was done, he was just like, you know what? Fuck you, suck my dick. And everybody was like, oh shit.
See,
and I just brought in the music like,
Right. You did the right thing. You
That's
did
the
the right
best
thing.
joke of that fucking set right there.
I was like, basically, bro, it's time for you to bounce, you know. But yeah, it's bro, and I talk to a lot of people. They really think that, like you guys said, if you're funny in the break room, if you're funny in the parking lot,
Right.
well, I can go do stand up. It's easy.
Shit.
That's like a motherfucker saying, well, I can DJ, and I go, well, jump on. And they was
Right.
like, oh, well, what program you using?
Right.
Oh, you don't know?
That
Oh, where your songs at? Oh, you don't know?
That's what stopped
what I'm
me.
saying?
That's what stopped me. I crushed for my first host gig.
Okay.
But then I felt so umpity that I started to write, and I couldn't
That's what's up.
make anything that I was making. All these motherfuckers, same stories I was telling these motherfuckers.
Didn't sound funny.
I couldn't make it funny in the mirror, saying it in the dark, saying it to fucking my cats, nothing, bro. And I was just like, dude, I can't get over the fact of me thinking my shit's funny, but on the nut when it comes in and I just hit somebody with a joke from left field and
Right.
it crushes the whole room, I'm like, I'm a fucking god. I'm a god. And then they all tell me,
because you're not overthinking it, right?
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
let it flow.
and then when I'm overthinking, now I'm gonna fucking and then when I got on the stage the very first time for the hosting job,
Gotcha.
I was like, oh shit. Because if I rip, this whole night's over.
But if you don't, this whole night's over.
Yeah.
Even faster.
So let me jump in real quick, man. Dooley, I want to know who's your top 5 comics of all time?
Oh, we
You know, we
doing
always
list
talk about
thing.
music and what have you, but-
we doing lists. All time, dead or alive?
Yeah.
Dead or alive?
Yes.
Dead or alive. Top 5,
Anybody.
male or female?
Doesn't
It just-
matter.
All right. We start at the top. Got to go Bernie Mac, right? That's just
Okay.
Kills.
Okay.
when I started. That's who I, in my mind, right? I was finna be burnt. I was an old man, right?
Right.
You ain't dark enough, but okay, keep going.
Well, it wasn't much I could do about
He was
that.
Ernie.
But,
He was gonna be Ernie Mac.
I wasn't
Okay.
nearly funny enough either, but shit, you find out along the way. Bernie's number 1. Chris Rock,
Good.
because
Go.
Chris Rock, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit,
Acting comedian, period.
right? Period.
Period.
And I know you probably got a top 100. But
I do, but I'm gonna try and do like real time, like those is probably the goals. I probably get hated on forever if I don't say Chappelle, and obviously he's one of the goals. He's one of the few people who I still like watch. Like his
Comedic
comedy
minds.
specials I have to watch.
I consider him a
That's
master.
3.
I'll just say, yeah, Chris Rock and Chappelle, they're brilliant with their shit.
Right?
Brilliant comedy.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. Yep.
It's so thought out, and they goes for a reason. So shit, that's 3. I suck it on the spot, but
That's why I did it.
yeah, it happens. I'm gonna go with some of my locals. One of my favorites all time. If you ask me, I don't know why I ain't even say him first. Is Gerald Kelly. And he's not super famous, but he out of New York. I don't know if you don't know who it is. Look him up. I opened for him one time, and he's just a phenomenal comedian out of New York. He might be in LA now, but anyway, his name is Gerald Kelly. Favorite comedian live. Dude's hilarious. Probably, and then number 5. I gotta go local. Probably Bobo Lamb. That's probably my top 5.
You know what? I just
all time.
I just
I guess
something.
I didn't say Eddie Murphy, right? Somebody
Yeah.
gonna be in my
But
head
that-
now.
well, that's
I'll be
good.
like,
Yeah.
you
No.
didn't say Eddie, but this is my top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
but
me,
you have a top 10 and that has some of these
right?
names. Yeah.
Right. You ask me again tomorrow. I might give you 5 different names.
Like,
you know what I'm
personally-
saying? But today, that's
See, I'm like,
I listen
I'm
to
showing-
Bobo more
I'm
than I
showing
listen to
my
Eddie
age,
Murphy
but
right now.
you know, in my head, I was thinking like, it's gonna sound crazy, but one, Richard Pryor,
Yeah, for sure.
GOAT. To me, that's my timeline, right?
Right.
And then
I feel like he's AC/DC of comedy. Overplayed, not overrated, but
Right. You can never say
everybody
over.
has to have him as number 1 or it's like illegal.
who's
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor.
Oh, I don't
because
have him
he's
as
such a legend.
I don't have him as my number 1.
But growing up, for Richard Pryor, for me, it was the movies, right? It was
Right,
the toy, right? That's what I knew Richard Pryor for. I mean, I seen the Sunset Special, right? Long
Right,
before
right.
I was supposed to. But other than that, like comedy-wise,
Yeah.
all I knew Richard Pryor for was his movies,
Right.
you know? I mean,
And seeing that's like this generation.
And those were great.
and those were great.
Yeah.
And those
Yes.
are all great movies, right?
And this
But his
generation is like
stand-up-
Eddie. When you say Eddie Murphy, they
He
be
might
like,
have
oh,
been before.
the dude that playing the holiday movies and shit. You know,
Right.
Right.
He
You're right.
funny. He was funny to you.
Right.
What? Yeah. So, I say people like that. It's gonna sound crazy, but I grew up stealing my dad's records to
Yeah.
Rudy Ray Moore.
Okay.
Wow.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
Rudy Ray Moore.
you was in the
Red,
crates with it.
Red Fox.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Red Fox,
And I
yeah.
can't remember her real name, but she played Esther on the Sanford and Son.
Mm.
Bro,
It's 2024, I'm just telling you.
listen, I understand that, but when you talking about people raunchy, and you're
Right.
talking about offending people today, oh, bro, they would have got canceled the first 30
yeah,
seconds.
yeah.
First
missing,
30 seconds.
You're missing the best raunchy motherfucker in the world.
Go ahead.
Corey Holcomb.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
abortion joke
Yeah.
made me, dude, I could have shit my pants twice. That was, dude,
I
that
missed
was,
that. I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Yeah.
dude,
An abortion joke, huh?
it's one of my favorite, I can tell you.
All right, I'm gonna have to hear it.
So he says, I'm fucking this girl. She, we didn't use no protection. I don't use that shit. She gets pregnant. She can feel it, but she says it's okay. Just drop me off at the clinic. We'll get this done. Whatever. She didn't even make me go inside. You gotta go inside.
I think I did.
There's
hear it.
another
Right,
motherfucker.
right.
And then she gets out or whatever, and she gets in the car, and he's banging some 50 Cent, that gangster shit, about killing people and motherfuckers. She's like, I don't want to hear about killing people. He's like, you're the only murderer in the car, bitch. And I just thought it was good because when it panned out into the crowd, it was nothing but women fucking dying, bro.
yeah.
And I was like,
You gotta let
you're
that- you gotta let-
fucking out of this
you gotta let
world.
that go.
And then another one for me is
When
Mitch.
it's funny like that, right at
Yeah.
the end.
And then another one
you
is
gotta let
Mitch
that go.
Hedberg for me.
Okay.
He was a very stout drug addict, but he was out cold with his one-liners, dude. He's that hippie-looking white boy. He looked like he was sleeping the whole time.
I'm glad you brought up one-liners because I wanted to ask Dooley, what's your favorite kind of jokes? Are you
I'm
more
a
of a
storyteller.
one? I was gonna say
No,
more
I'm
of
a
a one-liner or a
storyteller.
storyteller. Because to me,
I mean, it's a
storytellers are
punchline
crazy.
in there, right? You can't do punchline without comedy. Look, it's a one-liner in there, but my comedy is feeding off of that, right? I have 2 more jokes based off of one joke, or if I hear some somebody laugh or somebody say
if you
something
hear a
right.
pop, you can rip it. Okay.
That's going right. This 5-minute
Add
joke.
a little bit more to it,
and I can make it
go to
10
the
minutes,
next. Yep.
right, before I go to the next one. So that's only when you're rocking. Sometimes, you know, a 5-minute joke take you 4 minutes and 30 seconds when it's not so funny. And, you know, that just depends on the night.
And sometimes a 5-minute joke will take you 15 minutes.
Sometimes, right?
Because you keep going. You keep going.
Sometimes.
That's what I do love about Dave Chappelle is like he's such a storyteller and he's so brilliant with it. Like you almost forget what he was talking about. And then he comes back with it and you go, oh, shit.
But here's the thing what I think people get, especially what comics get so messed up at, right? Like we talking about Corey Holcomb, you talking about Dave Chappelle, and you get on stage thinking you can do that shit.
Yep.
It's levels to this, right?
Right. And you gotta start out like old boy saying, suck my dick and leaving. That's how you gotta start.
I could probably do that raunchy joke at some point, right? Like that, like at some point in front of a specific crowd, right? To do that, and I could do it, right? But I'm not Corey Holcomb, right? Corey Holcomb is funny because he said it, right? He can do it.
He's raunchy, but he's known as
but
that.
I've you know, just been around a lot of raunchy comics.
But he's also perfected that raunchy. He knows how to time it.
And it's kind of tasteful too, though, right? Right? He's talking about abortion,
you
but
can see the funny in it. He's not... He's
just
not ripping the
bitch,
actual...
clit, ass, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Anal, right? Come on.
But he's using these raunchy words, but with beautiful, like...
Right? It's got some thought behind it.
Fuck to where you're like, oh my God, I can't believe he said that.
He
but
painting
I
the
can't
picture
stop
with it, though,
laughing.
at the same time, right? And letting your imagination, right, kind of take you there without him having to verbally, right, do it. Like, that's when you're doing the art of comedy, right there.
That's when you're doing it. My favorite all-time comedian of all time is Joey Diaz. I feel like I am the closest. If I could be like him, because I feel like his story. I'm not as gangster as he was when he was growing up, but being the funniest guy in the parking lot, he just never knew how to sharpen it, and he found out how to sharpen it at like fucking 48.
Right.
You know, and now he's one of the best comedians ever, but he was always the funniest motherfucker. And the reason why I'm a fan of him is because in The Longest Yard, he gets fucking nailed, and they drag him. They drag him off the field, and he says, can of corn, I'll be fine." That's when I became a fan of him. I thought it was
I was not expecting that.
Not me either.
Dude,
I'm gonna have to go back and watch the shit again now.
Handing him the ball, bro. He grabbed the ball.
I remember when he said it, but I wasn't expecting that.
Can of corn, I'll be fine. And I was like, that's the best fucking actor of all time. And I found out that he wasn't even supposed to say that. He was just supposed to get dragged off.
That's how that shit worked.
He was on a commercial.
That's the best way to do it.
He was on a commercial, and all he had to do was stand with an apron on and like short shorts, like dad shorts.
Okay.
It ended up being him on a grill with whitey tighties, and when they panned past him, he said, "Living like a doctor," and they fucking changed the whole entire commercial because of him.
Just because he did that.
And that's so like he's
for the
that
best.
funny motherfucker. Like off the cuff funny is what I am.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna tell you what I love the most right now is you have 50, 40, 30, and how different our top five just was. Even I'm sorry I didn't get to my top five, but you know,
I see where you was going.
You were out,
right? It's three different. Yeah, and you got one that's actually sharpening his sword. Like he's being a comedian, so he's basing it off all of it. I'm just like, that motherfucker make me laugh like a motherfucker.
Right.
So, Dooley, let's talk about some other things, man. You got Husky Life. Love it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I be looking at that shit all the time, and I'm like, I'm about to order, and then I'm like, well, I'll do it later on.
Right.
I don't.
Right.
That's why when I hit you up.
Yeah. Husky Life is me. We specialize in large to 4X mostly. We got something 5 to 6X, but you know, even that's hard to find.
Got you a new customer.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, come on, shophuskylife.com. I never can say that enough. But Yeah, I've been kind of. People always say I stopped doing comedy to sell clothes, but to me, it's the same shit, right?
Yeah.
Like the brand in itself, Husky Life,
yourself, yeah.
right? It's kind of a joke in itself, right? Size always matters is the slogan, right? All that shit stemmed from a joke, right?
Right.
Husky Life was born from the Husky Chronicles, right? That was a video, it was a joke, right? So, like, to me, it's still comedy, right? I'm still getting that $20 from you one way or the other. You know, I'm going to have that quick interaction, or we might not even have to have it. We don't have to talk at all.
Right.
Either way, I'm getting that 20 ball from you. You know what I'm saying?
And the big bone people love you.
Right. I mean, and the big bone people love me, right? I mean, so
Well,
it's
how
still,
many fucking stores in this world don't even have fucking over 2X?
and that's why I exist. And that's why there's a Husky Life in
You know,
this
it's
world,
funny
right?
as when I
Because
first
motherfuckers come out with clothes stores and just have the same clothes as everybody
the
else.
world don't
that's
stop
because
at
that
a
is the-
2X.
they say that's
Neither
Nobody has
does
a
size.
fat
they say that's the
fucks are
median.
us.
That's the
Man,
median. That's
what?
why.
Right.
You know, what's funny is when I first seen your line, I literally just busted out laughing.
Word?
Because one, I loved it.
Okay, that's what's up.
And I remember, like, I've always talked about having a clothing line, that kind of stuff, right? And I remember my first idea for a clothing line was called BNS.
Word?
And that's when, like,
I know what that is.
What is it? The YLS.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. Yep.
So that's when, like, a lot of the letters and different clothing brands was
YSL.
YSL.
Yeah,
was just using letters, and and I remember I was telling my mom about it. I'm probably literally like 16 years old at this time. My mom goes, "Well, what is BNS?" And I was like, "Something I can't never find." And she was like, "Well, what's that?" And I said, "Big nigga sizes."
Yeah.
So when I seen Husky Life,
Right.
that's the first thing, like back when I was 16 years
Yeah,
old.
yeah.
It was like,
Husky Life explains the whole entire business motto in the fucking name.
That was kind of what I
That's
was
it.
going
I seen
for,
the
right?
shirt. I seen
You
the
kind of
shirt.
knew what the shit was about, right?
Oh, this is a fat guy shirt?
and I'm not gonna lie, when I used to go to Kmart and get my jeans, my mom would go, "Where's the Husky sizes?"
Bro, literally.
That was the size, Husky.
That's where it really originated from, right? My store was JCPenney's, right?
Yes.
I couldn't get shit in JCPenney's, but there was this one little section, right?
Had 2 pair of jeans.
Damn right. They said Husky on the back of them boys too,
Yes.
right? That Husky section, that was me. I kind of tapped back into that again, and plus Fluffy was kind of already taken, right? But then I felt like that didn't really represent me and my current physique, you know what I'm saying? And then one day it just came out. I'm not Fluffy, I'm Husky.
Yeah.
That's facts. I love it. But say it,
we go.
man. Say your website again so people can.
ShopHuskyLife.com.
There you go.
ShopHuskyLife.com.
Make sure you go and check it out.
Hashtag
For sure, for sure.
Huskylicious.
Gotta go check that shit
Hashtag.
out.
This is Husky Life, baby.
Oh yeah. When did you start doing that?
So it just started up June 2022, right? So June, what is it? This is 24, right? 22.
24. Yeah.
Yeah, 22. So right after like the
You're
pandemic
about a
hit.
year and a half into it then.
Yeah. So right after the pandemic was coming up, it was kind of easing up, but the stages still wouldn't open back up yet.
Yeah.
And I can't just, right, I got too much creativity to just do nothing, right? And I seen this interview by 50 Cent was like, yo, you got to make money in your sleep, right? Like, yo, that's the one thing I learned was when I'm not doing shows, I'm not making money, right? I provide a service, but I don't have enough product, right? He was like, the pandemic took away, the concert, so now a lot of motherfuckers out here going broke. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
that's true about me too. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here doing a service, but when they shut the clubs down, right, I'm out here looking around like I ain't got shit to do. So that's when I really started gearing up and was like, all right, I need a product to go with my service, right? And boom, now here we go. Now I'm doing the damn product
Husky
more than
Life
I am the
comedy.
service.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing to me though, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm still doing comedy. I mean, my hoodie's, right, if she's over 180, right, she's my kind of like, that's a joke, right? I mean, that all started from a joke, right?
So all it is instead of promoting your comedy, you're promoting your brand.
Pretty much.
That's all you're doing. So it is the same thing.
It is. It's kind of. It's
You're
the same
your
thing.
own business,
Yeah.
man.
Right.
You're your manager. You're your fucking
That's the
general manager.
same
all
thing
that.
I was
Yeah.
doing in comedy, right? It's
Yeah.
the same thing I was doing, right?
But
I
now
don't
you
have.
can make money in your sleep.
And I don't have to actually be there, right?
ShopHuskyLife.com,
I'll
motherfucker.
take one, yeah. Right. I don't actually have to leave my house, right? To do that, and it takes out the middleman, right?
If you got a gay, if it tastes gay,
My
I'll
man.
take
That's
one.
all good. But yeah, that was the whole point of that, right? Is to have a product to go with my service. That was the whole point. It was like,
I get it.
Another hustle, right? Never be broke again. I'll never be broke again. That's the goal.
Is there anything gonna spawn from that? Like, is it just t-shirts? Do you got pants and everything, or
outfits is coming?
Okay.
I don't know why, right? Because everyone says like, "Yo, I got like 3 hoodies, bro. Where's the pants? Right? I need the pants." I was like, "All right, it's coming. I've been saying that for a year and a half, but really, I think I am gonna launch it. But I've been doing the graphic tees lately, bro. Right? I've been launching something new every month. So in addition to the signature line, like you see, the Husky Life size always matters. Like I launched this in February around Valentine's Day. This month we doing Husky Rich. Right, so Husky and Irish, right? For Husky, you seen that? Yeah. So we doing graphic tees. So we keeping it fresh. We keeping it new every month. We trying to launch something, and we got the the signature, because no matter how much new shit I create, people still want that same old, right? What was been in your cart for 18 months, right? That's what people still want. So I never stop selling that.
So with the sweatpants, are you gonna put cellulite on it?
No, I didn't necessarily have that.
It's a cellulite cover up.
Ooh,
where would it go though? I mean, that's I guess for a drag queen, straight across the ass. I got it. I see where you're going. But see, I don't immediately go there, right? Yeah. I mean, I get it now, but initially I was like, okay,
Dude,
I want
to let you know that every guest that comes on here, they start talking to T-Rupp.
Yep.
And you've given some of the same looks like, oh shit, I wasn't ready for this.
Yeah, got you.
And I love it.
It happens.
That's good.
And I love it.
And it's good to get a comedian off of his rocker a little bit.
I don't think he's off his rocker.
No,
I think he want to blaze you, but he was just like, I'm on their podcast. I better calm down.
So this younger.
I never felt that way.
I would say
never felt that way.
I'd say this chick I met her the other day. She was about 20. Dude, I mean, like, you just got out of high school. And then she overheard me talking how T-Rupp talks. And she was like,
okay.
So she wanted to learn more. And like, we were just shit talking, and I was like, you wouldn't believe I'm 6'5", 350 pounds. I'm a drag queen. Like, I'm probably the baddest big bitch in Monroe, and you don't even know it. And she just looked at me, and she was like she rethought everything she thought about me, because I come off felonies.
Yeah, you throw that shit right out the window, right?
And as soon as it came drag queen, she was like, and then looked me up and down and was like, okay. And then I was like, no, for real, I got pictures. Like, she must have thought I was fucking.
You go from Sons of Anarchy to Sons of Ass and Titties real quick.
Yeah. That's it. I never seen you getting roast, dog. No.
I done roast, dog, but see,
it just comes.
It just came.
Yeah.
It just came, right?
And
I think T-Rupp did too.
Okay, it happens.
Speaking of that, what I've learned about as being a drag queen is a lot of 50-year-old, 45 to 55-year-old women like to go there. A lot of 45 to 55-year-old women like to get blackout drunk there. A lot of 45 and 55-year-old
Why is that though?
Women,
can I ask you that though? Can I ask you why you think that is?
Because it's super fun. It's like literally you're going in there for a joke. These dudes are like, a lot of people do the drag shows like super serious. If I don't meet these drag queens first that are running the show and they're not fucking funny, like if we're doing it for real, I'm not a queen, dog.
Gotcha.
If
so
I was
it's
a
different
bitch,
kind
I would
of
be a rat.
shows. So you got serious shows, you lay back. Okay.
There's like real queens, and these men don't. When they get dressed, you don't.
Divas.
Divas like that. But me, I'm strict, just like Husky Life. I'm strictly a joke.
That's what's up.
This
right.
is what
you don't take yourself too serious.
I'm the biggest bitch in the world when I put a fucking wig
That's
on.
what's up.
You know, but like
I don't know what else you should
butterfly
feel like,
wings,
right?
baby.
You know, and I think the women come out because I'm trying to bridge the gap as this guy that looks like this.
Okay.
I'm in touch with my feminine side. I'm married to a beautiful lady.
Okay.
I'm married to, I'm straight as an L. But when I'm in that, you guys can question all you want. I mean, I question sometimes.
It happens.
But like,
go back and watch some of the.
I get annoyed all the time. It's cool. But like the old ladies, when they get drunk, they always want to. If you want to get your pee-pee touched the most,
that's when you do. No
they
shit.
They try to grab it. Where's it tucked? Lady, it's sitting right on top of my balls. I can't tuck
Look
it.
Look at that. And guys on 8 Mile been doing it wrong all these years. Damn, all you gotta do is dress up and you ain't gotta pay to get it.
All you gotta do is dress in a dress.
Ain't that
And
some
they
shit?
ask, where the fuck is it? Where is it strapped
And they
up?
go looking for it.
It's resting on my balls, lady.
Ain't
Leave
that
it alone.
some shit? Okay.
Dooley, I'm gonna think a little different about you, bro. If I see a video, you out there on 8 Mile, 7 Mile, 6 Mile, one of them damn miles.
No, not. It's not likely,
hey,
but judgment free zone. But
if
I don't feel
if
any
the shirts
inclination.
don't take off, brother, what do you got to do? You know what I'm saying?
I told you I got 6 jobs, right? So I still got 5 more to fall back on.
You still got that 401k
before I hit the track.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. That's I'm not that far away, so
I love it.
Just ride it out.
I'm actually looking for drag queens. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Dooley.
That's not never. Not I.
Mike said if you would do
Dooley.
it.
Guys, do your thing, bro. I would actually come support you.
I think you can do it.
I don't doubt me.
I don't.
I never doubt me. I don't doubt me. Would I ever do it?
Nah.
They say never, right? But
Right.
I don't see me ever doing no shit like that. And I just put it like that.
I
will say. I have.
Dooley said, man.
one
Dooley's like,
of the
okay, this
weirdest-
interview's over.
I had one of the weirdest injuries from being a drag queen. I didn't know how to get glitter off correctly.
Gotcha.
And my eye itched, and I scratched my cornea. So it is now. I know how it is to be a woman. It is tough to be a woman
Gotcha.
because you can't just be rubbing glitter off your eye.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot.
Could you
I
imagine?
mean, I can't. I've had glitter experience, because women put the glitter shit all over, right?
Yeah.
So it be on the thigh everywhere. So I've had the glitter shit. So I can't imagine, right? You just put your circumstances, your situation into a heterosexual.
So imagine
one.
a 300-pound man in the hospital now because his eye is hurting really bad, right?
Right, look
laying
like
in
it.
the bed. And the doctor comes in. What happened this weekend? To what's going on with your eye? I said, well, Friday, I went to actually I went to the Juneteenth festival.
That's what's up.
And I had a food eating contest where I ate a fucking 5-pound box of food. You know, and I won. And then the next day, I was a drag queen.
Damn.
And I rubbed my eye before I got all the glitter off and all this. And this doctor looked at me and he about quit his job.
So, in shock, laughter.
Look, Dooley's like that right now.
But
look at the
looking
face.
at my wife like, are you like his handler or are you fucking this guy?
You know what I'm saying? Got you.
And I was saying all this
She's
stuff.
the madam.
Because that's kind of my thing, right? I will say some shit just to make them break face, right?
Yeah.
I don't want you to read the script off the script to me, right? I want you to be a person, right? Talk to me, right? I'm talking to you. So I do shit like that or say some shit, break it, right? To break that.
Yeah. But for me being
be a person.
Me being so open and being so not caring about what other people think, that was the most embarrassing I've ever felt in my life. Saying it to a doctor, I didn't understand what I did. Until
someone whose job it is not to judge you.
Yeah.
And yet and still.
Yeah. And that was the thing is I was like,
where we live in though.
He said, what'd you do this weekend? Oh, I had an eating contest at a festival and I fucking scratched my cornea at a drag queen. You had a very eventful weekend.
That was a great weekend.
Oh, yeah.
That was a hell of a weekend.
Yeah, my wife was like,
My
wife was like looking at the doctor like,
right.
So
And Dooley, I have to put some things in context because one, you don't know T-Rupp, right?
Right.
But
I do now. Shit.
You have to understand.
At the 15 minutes,
This dude,
you know this
right,
motherfucker.
This dude looks like a biker,
Yeah.
right? Tatted up, his wife is this small, little, petite.
I got you. Okay.
Beautiful woman. Beautiful woman.
Dime.
How he got her, I'll never know.
Clubbed her. What do you mean?
But no. What up, Jess?
I hate
but
when
it's
people do that, by the way.
but it's funny because if you don't know T-Rup's life, everything comes across like super crazy, right?
Okay.
This dude's he chiller than, I'll guarantee you, he
believe
chiller
you.
than me and you.
I believe.
But it's crazy because it's like you and Jess is about how tall is Jess? Maybe 5'4"?
She's 5'3".
5'3".
Yeah.
Maybe 110 pounds.
She
of
likes
that.
getting squished by husky
Soaking
fellas.
wet.
And
Gotcha.
listen,
Okay. Well, you were the right chick.
And
then.
she'll slap the shit out of T-Rup. And
That's
he'll
what's
just
up.
go, okay.
It happens.
Oh, she's the man. I call her Jeff.
Yes,
That's my
he
husband.
does.
Yeah, I'm a diva. That's
So,
my
see,
sugar daddy. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
all making sense now, right?
Yeah.
That's why I had to kind of like
it is. It all coming together, right? So it really don't matter about the size, but when you up there,
Yeah.
right, she can make you her bitch.
Yes.
In that moment, right? So
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter. Size is
Oh, in that
irrelevant.
moment, no, every day, all day,
All day,
every
right? I got you. That's just okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
I don't want to listen, dude. I'm big and tough for no. I've been in a million fights just because I'm so big. Like when I was younger, and just because somebody thought I was tough, and I've never left a fight happy.
Okay.
Win or lose.
Not too many people do.
Never.
You know?
Scared.
Right.
Is that dude okay? Am I going to jail? What's going on?
Right.
I've never wanted to show my dominance and say, hey, my dick's bigger than yours. Check this out. I've never been that guy. And
Gotcha.
it's just like, I like being cuddled by my little teeny tiny wife. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't got to be macho. I don't got to prove nothing to nobody.
I got a puppy, bro.
Yeah.
Believe me. So judgment free zone. Like, I'm good with it. I understand.
Oh,
right?
puppy! I say it's cute every day.
That's all I'm saying. I feel you.
And then Lloyd is super sketched when I talk about my
Yeah. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. I got 2 adult kids. My son's 26, or soon to be 27. My daughter's 22.
Okay.
Right. She is the one who keeps me young. Right. She is the one who keeps me relevant. Now, truth be told, right, and respectful, because like growing
she helps
up,
your comedy then a lot.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Right. I can't tell you how many days I came home and RuPaul's Drag Race. Right. It's on TV. Right. That was just their shit. Right. That was her show. Right, but she is the one who keeps me so conscious and actually so young and aware today, right? And make sure I am being respectful, and because she is the reason that I'm not shocked by you, right?
Okay.
Or not judgmentally. It's because of my daughter, right? I see it, I hear, I'm around it, right? I'm used to it. I mean, I embrace everybody. You say that, so. Like, yeah, you throw me off from me like, oh, this motherfucker is crazy. But he cool as shit, though, right? So, like, that's all.
And everybody has their own flavor. That's what the thing is. And a lot of people are afraid to say their real flavor. And, like, that's how a lot of friendships don't get made. Because, like,
I feel that.
People are scared of what they do. Like, if I did this, if I moonlighted as a drag queen and didn't tell nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, it's one of those things too. Like we always talk about, we talk about mental health a lot on this podcast. We talk about judgment, things like that, and it's kind of like, if you think about it, like we go into, you could say the same thing for, say, Dooley. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just expect this dude to be cracking jokes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and everything's funny and everything's fine. And
I was literally born with depression and anxiety, but
and it's
you
like,
probably never know it.
Right.
Exactly.
I was literally born with that shit.
And that's the thing I'm talking about. Like, people, when we're talking about kind of this, we're getting into back to the mental health and that kind of stuff. It's like, you never know what somebody's going through. Like, if I'm fucking with Dooley 7 days a week and 5 days, he's funny as shit and he's the funniest motherfucker in the world, and all of a sudden on Saturday he's not, I'm gonna be like, you good, bro? Like, everything all right? Yeah. But when you don't fuck with somebody on a regular basis and you see them, you go, oh, well, I went and talked to Dooley, he was an asshole.
Right.
He probably wasn't an asshole.
It was just
he
that
was probably
day.
just that day, and he was going through some things I didn't know. It's the same thing like for T-Rupp. people expect one thing. It's the same thing for me. Like, I'm a nurse. So I always have the mentality as a nurse, as when I go into work, no matter what kind of day I'm having, nobody should know.
Absolutely.
But when you go into work and you're happy every day and this and that, and all of a sudden I go in like quiet, people are like, "What's wrong? Are you okay? Is everything fine?" I'm just like, "Nah, damn, I just woke up. Shit." You know what I'm saying? Right. So nothing's wrong, but you do gotta check. You gotta kind of check that. You know what I'm saying?
I live a double life. People think I'm a double agent. I'm two different people.
I believe it.
At work, I'm a supply chain manager by day, but I'm quiet, right? I sit in the office pretty much all day myself. I deal with numbers. I'd rather send an email than pick up the phone because that's just, right, that's how you get shit done. I need proof and accountability. But two different people. And I find there are moments, though, right, during my 9 to 5, right, where I crack a joke and, I'm like, oh, shit, and another one will come.
But that just helps business sometimes.
Sometimes, but more times than not, right, I don't. Like,
Dooley is not the 24-hour comedian.
Nah,
just
don't come to me, right? Looking
just like
to be
Rupp is not the 24-hour drag queen.
Right? Yeah. Don't do that. Right?
I'm not the 24-hour nurse.
That will definitely get you cussed out.
Listen, at 7 o'clock. Like my man that came up today.
Or any morning.
Listen, listen. You just ran into Mike Madison. You didn't run into Nurse Madison. Because Nurse Madison is just going to give you a hug.
People take that and run with it, right? They don't know how to respect
Mike
that,
Madison
right?
might punch you in the mouth.
Yeah.
But yeah,
because
man.
it kind of goes back to what you just said, though, right? People never really think about me, especially like coming to Monday is always the hardest day of the fucking week for me to go back into work, right? Especially after I had a weekend, 2 good shows, and now I still got to walk back into work, right? Just like everybody else.
Made good money that weekend.
You know what I'm saying, right? It's like, why? But and people don't understand, right? Like, I have extra incentives to not, like, I legitimately feel like I shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a super gift, right? I got a superpower. But yet and still, right? This is also
gotta make the donuts.
I gotta make the donuts. And so
the superpower is being able to hold a double life, but they think it's a double life. It's just your professional self and then your fucking business self. Like, your own business self when you get out, and then your professional life. I mean, that 401k.
I never thought about it that way, T double nuts. I never thought about it that way, dog. Like, as that being the superpower.
Nuts.
I never thought about it. I thought me always being able to hide, right, and separate the two, right, was the superpower. But being able to actually do it.
Yeah. It is two. Yeah. It is 2 different lives, but it's just a different. You gotta cut something off. Go to business mode.
You do. It's a time for everything.
You fucking slap dick jokes all day in a fucking.
You know what I'm saying?
Numbers. Yeah,
it just don't work out.
Ain't no dick joke when I lose fucking $1,000.
Not if I don't approve this PO by the time I go. Right? It ain't shit funny to me right now. You know what I'm saying? And people come to you at the wrong time and the wrong moment.
And then maybe some of that bullshit that happens at work, you can fuck around and make it a little fucking 10-minute skit.
Absolutely. But that helps me relate though, right?
Yep.
That's the part that actually helps my comedy is about having a 9 to 5. And I think that's what so many comedies miss. They so in a
lunchroom talk.
Yeah, I'm still there, right? Yep. We still got a shop out back. We still got other people up in the office. I still got bosses. You know what I'm saying? So
conversation is all the material in the world.
And it's with everybody, so it doesn't matter what type of people you put in front of me because I work with all type of people, right? This is the same people, right? So I know what's funny, so that's why I can go anywhere.
In my
kind of do any kind of comedy.
In my thought of comedy making, I've been trying to make people's stories they tell me into jokes because I immediately, or if I like when they're telling me the story. When I hit them with the one-liner in the middle of their joke and it cracks,
right?
I'll be like, "Oh shit, should I fucking go write that down or something?"
Yes, you should.
That's a.
Yes, you absolutely should.
It's not me, but I can place myself there. It is something that has happened to a fellow human, so it's something relatable. Period. Because I could see myself doing it. I could see my dad doing it.
Right?
And that's how you relate everything to something.
That's how you know what's about to be funny, though.
Yeah.
Right. Even when you in loan trying to get that writing, you you tap back into that moment, right?
I tried to, and then I'm writing it down. I'm like, dude,
But
you're
just keep
such a
writing.
nerd. Yeah.
Just keep writing. That's what I tell everybody.
I got a book with like
just
probably
keep writing.
3 pages of something.
He said it's something.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's written, but
You'd be surprised how many screenplays start that way, how many scripts start that way, books start that way with just something. So
I actually
you might have some shit there.
I actually do have something I've been thinking about doing for real. I talked to a few literature guys.
Okay.
And I want to make, I don't know what it's called, a soliloquy, not like a speech about me.
Okay.
Like a speech, like I want to, my whole accident, the whole process.
Oh, yeah.
My mental state a month before the accident, and I had a month where I was in a coma, and then the fucking 3 years in the hospital total, plus the 2 years out. Like,
this is going to be a drag queen behind the wire.
Yeah, behind the wire.
Right.
Yep.
I'm with it.
And because I
love it.
I seen the best speech, the actual best speech of my life that I believe, like you said, your favorite comedian, mine can be different. The best speech was from a center for the Philadelphia Eagles. He just did his retirement speech.
Oh, yeah, Kelsey.
It was a 45-minute speech, and it fucking hit me. I cried seven different times.
I couldn't even get it out yet.
7 different times.
Oh, bitch ass.
Bitch ass. Dude, that was the way he brought me on a journey of his entire career. I said, I could bring you on a 5-hour
13 years, I think he played for 13 years. Yeah.
But he brought it from middle school.
I think, the thing is, like,
that's deep.
Yeah.
I definitely love that idea, and I definitely think like we all have like, I think writing is difficult for one.
Okay.
But I also think that because you have things in your head and it sounds like it would be a good read, but it wouldn't. That I think would be a good read.
I just want it to be me and the camera, and I just want to talk to the camera.
I was going to say that.
I wanted to talk to somebody, but somebody in there would make me more
right.
Because there's times where I climbed stairs for the first time as a 27-year-old.
Yeah,
and I was screaming to my dad, "I did it, Dad! I'm walking up the stairs." 27. When they told me I was never going to walk again, I walked up the stairs. I was like a toddler, and that makes me. If I say that to it, like in that situation where I'm being serious, I can't say it to another person. I don't care, male, woman, alien. I'm bawling my eyes out because in my soul, I feel that,
I'll tell you what, before we leave today, T-Rupp, I will make sure that I give you 2 books. I believe I have both of them here, by Laura Kotz, Dr. Kotz, a good friend of mine. Her cancer journey. I'll give you those. Shout out to Laura Kotz. She is going through some things again. Another bout of cancer, but she will beat it again.
No way.
Yeah, but I got those.
Such a good.
Yeah, I got those books, and I think that will help you a lot. And I was kind of getting to like, I think like I've been writing a book for 20 years, called Tales from the SNF, and SNF is SNF, and it's Skilled Nursing Care Facility. That's what I've pretty much worked in my whole life.
Gotcha.
Right. So and it's like you're always collecting stories. You're writing them down and doing all this stuff.
That has to be 20 years writing. That has to be.
For sure. And like Dooley, like I feel like I've read a couple comedians' books. Steve Sabo.
Is
one.
Yeah.
He's got a couple books. And I feel like everybody who lives on a certain or who goes on a certain journey in their life, and we all do, can write a book.
Oh yeah,
it's just about how you put it together and how
every motherfucker has a journey.
Yeah,
everybody's got a story to tell.
There ain't life without trauma, without trials, without all that shit.
For sure. And I think like too. I think like since we're like kind of talking about this, the book thing and this and that. Right now is what. We're in a technological age.
For sure.
Right? to me, it's like, fuck a book.
Yeah. Okay.
You can do videos.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
This is chapter 1.
Right.
And you just sit and talk. You edit it out.
Right.
You do this. When that's
Absolutely.
done,
Right.
it's not time sensitive. So it's
Right.
your journey.
Right.
So you can come out with it in a month, or you can come out with it 10 years from now. The journey is still the same, and it's going to touch people the same. Yep. And before we get out of here, man, I just wanted to say, like, it's a couple things that I like to do here and there. Dooley, I think you'd be a great guy to do it.
Okay.
I always want to, like, go to people and say, like, what is a motivational quote? What is a motivational saying? What is something? Give the people something to think about.
Something that like drives you that you could like somebody else could relate to or something.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Something I was thinking about on the way here because I was listening to reggae music on the way here, right? But this morning I started out listening to Chris Stapleton, right? My music selection is crazy, right? So it all depends on my mood, right? I listen to everything. I walk into every room as myself. That's something I heard Jay-Z say, right? And what does that really mean, right? I've been thinking about that for the last few months, right? What does that really mean? You walk in every room. I'm kind of a chameleon, though, right? Being from Ipsy is almost like I grew up with everybody. You know what I'm saying? With black people, white people, it didn't matter, right? I get along with everybody. I blend in. I kind of blend in wherever I go because I enjoy so many different things in this life, right? I can enjoy, right? I can embrace your drag queen shit, right? Parts of shit with you, right? And have a joke with you, share a drink with you, right? Because I can embrace, I can be a part of your, I just went on parts of your journey with you, right? Just on this podcast, you know what I'm saying? But so for me, I'm able to walk in every room as myself, right? So I came in here, I don't care, right? When nobody is about to think about me or how I embrace, right?
Yeah,
right. You know what I'm saying, right?
You just hugged the drag queen.
I just hugged the drag queen, right?
And a biker.
So, and that's truly how I wake up every day, right? I want to walk in every room as myself, be myself, and that's something. That's what Husky Life is about, right? That's kind of what I started it for, right? It's for you to have enough confidence in yourself, right? To just hold your head up high, right? No matter, even if you can't find enough, right, in the confidence in the whole package, find something about yourself that you like today. Pick your head up and just carry yourself with a little confidence and walk in every room as yourself. And that's what I try and do.
I've been saying that I can walk into a room and control the room, like the happiness in the room.
Okay.
But it's not what you said was right. I'm just myself when I walk into the room.
That's all I'm trying to do.
That's all I can offer. That's all I got.
Right.
Is me. That's it. And I'm not trying to put anything. You can take it. I like that. Yeah. That's a big one. So I don't go into rooms controlling them. I just go in as T-Rupp.
You can
so you
embrace it. You can hate it.
You're going to go with Big Dooley on this one.
Oh, 100%.
You should.
I am, because I've told you that 1,000 times. I go in and control the room because I want to control the ambiance and
that's
the
what's up,
laughter
though.
in the room.
Yeah.
But no,
thank you for asking that question.
I just go in as me. And I'm so strong-willed as like personality-wise.
You kind of take over.
That
is dominant.
My vibe is gonna just spread like
it's contagious too.
Yeah. And then so is negativity. And
absolutely.
That's the problem.
But you come in determined, right?
We're big dudes and we're loud. I can go make this shit real toxic,
quick.
And I can come in and just say 3 gay jokes and make everybody fucking have tears in their eyes of laughter. And
it's a choice.
And then I win. Everybody's vibing. Now we're all drunk and happy instead of drunk and fighting.
I love it.
That's good.
That was a good question.
And
thank you for that.
I'm just going to say, for me, it's something that, I've been really thinking about the last few weeks, especially. And it's not really like, not trying to be like super serious or nothing like that, and it's kind of cliche.
Okay.
But it's real. And it is, for me, believe in yourself first. Yeah. And I've said this part a million times. Sometimes you have to be selfish. You have to take care of self first. You can't help anybody if you're not taking care of yourself.
This motherfucker 6
that's
months
fact.
ago.
He's like, no, I'm gonna tell you why.
The reason why this motherfucker says this selfishness so much is because
I do, man.
he was preaching this shit,
Got you.
but he wasn't doing this
Yeah.
shit.
I see.
He was preaching it better than the fucking preacher at
Got
the
you.
church.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That
you was
motherfucker, dude, I thought he was doing
Okay,
it.
okay.
So, and then me and Lloyd told it to him true, like you know how we were doing it, and then he was like,
I will be the
motherfucker, he was like, motherfucker, I need to switch up.
Yeah.
So, and that's the
true,
thing, and that's why I like that you're still on that.
I'm still on it, bro.
You're a great family man, and you do put the
You gotta
people
have
you
that
need
discipline,
to.
though, right?
Yeah, you
It's
do
just-
put the people you need in front,
You have
but
to.
you don't need to put everybody in front.
Always.
Because that just leaves you behind.
Yep.
There's
That's facts.
no need to call me after 5.
Yeah.
There's no need. I'm not gonna answer.
That's facts.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Right? Once I get in that door, that's my wife's time now.
Mm-hmm.
She deserves her husband when I get home. Right?
Yeah.
Not just my physical, my mental, my emotional, my everything. So you can call me, but I am not gonna answer because that is my wife's time.
Damn.
Right? That's just
I'm calling your
You
ass
gotta be different.
every day after 5 o'clock.
feel free. Many do.
Catch
I'm
that-
not saying
catch that
people,
voicemail,
I'm not
player.
going to sit here and tell you that people don't still call me, right? But you are feel free. You are more than welcome to call me, and I am also welcome to not answer that
Exactly.
shit because that's my wife's time, right? I had to learn that, right?
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
to learn that.
That's
but
facts.
it goes to that self-discipline and putting yourself first.
And I'm a big
do
person
that.
too, man. Like, and I do, and I've been that person to always say, I give the best advice that I don't follow.
oh shit,
You feel what I'm saying?
got you.
The best.
Okay,
No
that's why.
Nostradamus.
I give
That's
the
why I
best
don't give
advice.
it.
I
This dude should be a millionaire.
Bro, I can
If he
sit.
listened
I
to
can
him.
sit
Yeah.
with T-Rupp and listen to
Right,
him
right,
for
right.
2 hours and be like, bro, you just have to do A, B, and C, and then I go home and don't do A, B, and C.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
He does D,
Yeah.
E, and
Yeah.
F like a
You're
dumb.
one of those,
Right, but I'm
Got
trying
you.
to get. I'm
Got
trying to
you.
get better on that. You know
That's
what I'm
what's up.
saying? And
Well,
just
a
and like I
million's the
said,
first step.
if I
At least
keep
you honest.
if I keep saying it, I'm gonna keep doing it. You feel me? That's my thought process.
True that.
And with that being said, I'm your man DJ Big Mike,
I'm T Daddy Fat Sack.
I'm Big Dooley, and it's been a truly pleasure and honor.
and this is Beyond the Tracks podcast. Peace.
Deuce.